I feel like sometimes I get into this habit where I try to, like, write things where it's like, oh, look how fucking clever I am. And, it just becomes all about me instead of, speaking to somebody, giving a piece of yourself to somebody. Um, and I feel like that's what it should be. Uh, like the attempt to just make it about yourself. Like, Nintendo Capri Sun, the YouTuber, the fucking Timothy Bishop. The reason why I'm talking right now into this journal, he had a sister, or has a sister, that she tried to start this like gift shop that was like, an art shop that were, they made their own like little arts and crafts things and sold them. But I feel like the problem with why that business failed, because the business did fail. I feel like why that failed was because it was called an art shop and not a gift shop. If it were called a gift shop you sold art, then the art part of it is just like secondary, when you call it an art shop, it's like you're kind of just making it all about, because you can't ever claim that you're an artist, because that's just fucking, that just comes off as like arrogant. I would, it's like anytime I've ever said, oh, I'm an artist, it's always felt like, ugh, like this, what the fuck, what kind of arrogant motherfucker have you become? And so, I feel like one should always make an attempt to, like, avoid that. Like, just avoid the ego trip. Fucking, sometimes you can't help it, but sometimes you gotta sidestep it and not make it about yourself, and, just make it about, telling somebody else, or telling your story to somebody else, and not even saying the word art. Just fucking, that's secondary. That's for somebody else to call it that, and then you deny it. It's in the same way that, like, you wouldn't open a business and call it business. If that makes any, you wouldn't open a store and call it business store. Does that make any sense? I hope that makes sense. But that's what I mean. Like, you can't. You gotta, because calling it an art. Oh Jesus, calling it an art shop. That's sort of like one of those fucking meta things where you step beside the point, and while that can be valuable, it's like it's not really valuable. There's no value to it. Stepping outside it and seeing what it is, you have no potential to, like, control what it is. You can only talk about what it is. It's only when you step inside the thing that you can't see what it is anymore, but you're controlling it. You're not focused on how the gears are turning. The gears are just turning, and you're not paying any mind to it. It's just like, your body runs, your body operates, but you're not thinking about all your organs doing all the fucking work they're doing. You're just operating, and that you're a black hole to yourself, and you wouldn't ever, like, but it's good to, but you wouldn't normally, like, step outside yourself and, like, talk about yourself. You would be yourself.